Hello and welcome to Side News. Today we are going to share the white lad died the day Prince Harry met Meghan Markle. Bombshell new book claims dashing Duke of Sussex and was saved from turning into a seedy old row when he began dating ex-suit actress. A bombshell new book has claimed that Prince Harry was saved from turning point into a seedy old row when he started dating Meghan Markle. The Duke of Sussex, 38, was quite a wide lad and had a reputation as a party prince following a decade in the military, according to a new book, Courtiers, The Hidden Power Behind the Crown. It includes the prince allegedly playing air guitar with a pool cue at the Encore at Wynn Las Vegas Hotel in August 2021. But the book says Harry has now left that life firmly behind and enjoying life in California with Meghan and their two young children, Archie, 3, and Lilibet, who was born in June later year, written by Valentine Lowe. It also details how Jamie Laughter Pinkerton was appointed Harry and brother William private secretary on a part-time basis before they become full-time working royals. The Mirror reports he had to steer a course through life for the young royals, though this was more complex for Harry. Lowe says the youngster prince was a dashing figure, flying an Apache helicopter, and was heavily committed in the area of children's health with charities like Well Child, but he also used to be quite a wild lad. When Harry was young, it was easy to forgive him his transgression, but at what point does a wild lad become a seedy old row? At the time, it was nothing to worry about, just something to keep an eye on. Eventually, of course, the problem would resolve itself, but not in a way that Lauder, Pinkerton, or anyone else imagined. The wild lad died the day Harry met Meghan Markle. Published yesterday, the book release comes amid allegation that anxious royal staff reported feeling sick before taking part in work with the Sussex. Mr. Lowe, a Times royal correspondent, made the claims during an appearance on Good Morning Britain promoting the book. The book claims that a paranoid Prince Harry would carry out loyalty tests on palace staff to check if they were still fighting for him. Mr. Lowe also said the Duke of Sussex would look for signs of what he dubbed the palace syndrome, which showed staff had become institutionalized within the royal household. He claims the prince identified one key symptom as giving into the media, something he claims the royal had become obsessed with even before meeting Meghan Markle. On Good Morning Britain, Mr. Lowe address claimed that royal staff who had worked with the Sussex during their time as frontline royals had formed a group called the Sussex Survivor Club. The claim was written in his new book, Quoting Royal Sources, who also claimed that staff members labeled Meghan a narcissistic psychopath and repeatedly said that they felt like they were played. Asked by Good Morning Britain host Susan Reid whether staff had created a group called the Sussex Survivor Club, he replied, "Absolutely yes." Miss Reid replied, "What did they survive?" Mr. Lowe said, "I think it was a very difficult experience for some of them. As I revealed last year, there were allegations that Meghan bullied staff. People talked to me of people being completely destroyed. I have heard people at the time, faced with a possible encounter with Meghan, were saying things like, 'I feel sick' or 'I am shaking,' extraordinary things for an employee to say about the prospect of seeing their employers in half an hour." However, Mr. Lowe did say there was a way that the courtiers were in some way responsible for the couple acrimonious Brexit split from frontline royal duties in January 2020. He said there is a way in which the countries are to blame, so the people around them were doing their best. These were people who believed in Harry and Meghan and they wanted to help, but there was signs early on in the first year or so of their marriage. There were signs of how unhappy Harry and Meghan were. And no one really did anything about that. No one picked it up. No one flagged it up, and there were no big discussions with the most senior courtiers in the institution. However, he concluded that He did not think it would have made any difference. He added, because what Harry and Meghan wanted and what the royal family, what the Queen felt able to give. I don't think there was ever a meeting point. Mr. Lowe also spoke to Good Morning Britain about claims that Prince Harry had conducted loyalty tests on staff. Mr. Lowe said this was brewing for a long time before Meghan Harry had this obsession with media. He was so very unhappy. An expert of his book reads, he would use his phrase the whole time, the palace syndrome, when you won't fight the battle, he warns, because you have been institutionalized. Giving into media was a key symptom of whether you had developed it. It was constant test of loyalty. Are you going to protect me, or how? Have you just become one of them who won't fight for me? It was exhausting. Mr. Lowe has claimed that matters only got worse once he started dating the Duchess. He writes in his books, Harry's obsession with the media, his sense of frustration that he wasn't achieving everything that he could, his mistrust of the courtiers in the other household, the constant loyalty test of his own staff, all of this was there before Meghan arrived on the scene. But after she turned up, it would get significantly worse. If you like the video, kindly like, comment, share and subscribe.